Next up at UFC Vegas 70. Every time I do next up, my Amazon, the ALEXA, hears me and then goes, like listening. Anyway, next up, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Andre Muniz taking on Brendan Allen. Andre Muniz, 23-4. Overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He has not lost a fight since 2016. Brendan Allen, 20-5 overall. 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding a nice 3-fight win streak. Before I jump all the way into this, I can't pick a Brendan Allen fight right to save my life. I pick him to beat Chris Curtis.
I picked, I think, every single one right. I picked him to lose against Chris Curtis and then beat everyone else, basically. So.
Well, then whoever Jacob has here, that's where we're going to go because
Woo!
I thought he was going to beat Chris Curtis. Didn't happen. I thought he was going to lose to Jacob Mulcoon. Didn't happen. What was his last fight?
Jocko. Smoked him.
I thought he was going to lose to Jotko. Didn't happen. I thought he was going to beat Puna Heel. No, lose to Puna Heel. Didn't happen. So I'm not getting Brendan Allen fights correct here. But anyway, Andre Muniz is a BJJ killer. He is not a BJJ nerd. I think we can agree on that. He will actually strike. He's got some technical striking. He will shoot takedowns. He's got some decent takedowns. You will not see a butt scoot. You will not see a guard pull. And he can win a fight if it doesn't go to the ground at all. He's dangerous. He's been absolutely crushing people. He just had that decision win over Uriah Hall where he had 3 takedowns. Brendan Allen is an interesting guy because he is a BJJ black belt, but nowhere near the same level as Andre Muniz. So, yes, a black belt, but not the same level black belt. He's a solid striker, got some solid takedowns, pretty well-rounded. But what's interesting about him is he started his career as basically just a grappler. Then he moved over to not Fortis, Sanford MMA, and he became basically just a striker. Saw like 4 fights in a row. All he did was strike. Then Chris Curtis put his lights out, and now he seems to actually be the well-rounded guy. He's grappling and striking. He's mixing it. It literally took him to get knocked out before he's like, okay, I'm not a striker. Let me work all these things together. That's what makes this so tough. I'll tell you right now, Andre Muniz is not in a safety parlay as well. I do think he wins this fight. I don't have a compelling reason not to pick against him other than Brendan Allen just seems to win these fights. That's the only doubt I really have. But skill-wise, Andre could probably hang with the striking. Andre can wrestle as well. Andre's got the much better jiu-jitsu. He's more dangerous. So Andre Muniz is going to be the pick. But Brendan Allen manages to win these freaking fights. It's crazy. He is talented. He is well-rounded. He is well-coached. And anything's possible here. 27-33. 33 is not over the hill, but this could be Brendan Allen falling into his own, or this could just be, Andre Muniz, that's the guy that ripped off Chacare's leg. That's how freaking good this guy is. So Andre Muniz is going to be the pick, and maybe I'm a little scared of my own shadow here, so no bet. But what do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm a big Brendan Allen fan, so take that as you will in this fight. But I think this is a great fight. I think this is a back-and-forth fight. I am going to pick Andre Muniz in this matchup, but I see it going this way. And I mentioned in my quick pick video, too, that Brendan Allen's jiu-jitsu is either going to win him this fight or lose him this fight. And when I say that, I mean that he trusts his jiu-jitsu, right? So he is not going to be scared of the takedown. Most people, and you saw kind of with the Uriah Hall, which Uriah Hall is what it is, but a lot of people, when they fight Andre, will just kind of be waiting for the takedown because they're just so scared of his top game and his jiu-jitsu that they're just kind of waiting, and they can't get off their own offense. So he can kind of look good in the striking because he's walking people down because they're waiting for the shot, and he can kind of do what he wants in between taking those shots. And when he gets the shots, he has very good top pressure. Brendan Allen trusts his jiu-jitsu enough, or I got to think he trusts his jiu-jitsu enough, that he's not going to be scared of the takedown because he thinks I can either defend the takedown or win sweeps, get back to my feet, or even win sweeps and get top position against this guy. And because he trusts his jiu-jitsu, he's going to let his hands go. He's going to be pushing Andre. This is going to be the first time you're going to see Andre, in my mind, working backwards with Brendan Allen moving forward. So what I see in this fight is this. Brendan Allen winning the striking exchanges. I think every single round he's winning the striking exchanges for the first minute, maybe the first 2 minutes. But then Andre is going to find the timing. He is going to shoot the takedowns. And Brendan Allen, being the jiu-jitsu guy he is, isn't probably going to defend the takedowns. He's going to be more of the, maybe chase the guillotine, get on his back, and then try and sweep. And if Andre's on top of Brendan Allen, as you mentioned, there are levels to this game. I don't see Brendan Allen able to sweep a guy like Andre. So I see the fight playing out as a very close fight, It could be a weird, judge's decision. I don't see either one of these guys finishing each other, because they're just kind of both pretty high level on the ground and not super, super dangerous on the feet. I see Brendan Allen winning the first minute or two of every single round, Andre finding that takedown, and then controlling the rest of the round on top with not a lot of like submission threats or something, but just kind of top control for the rest of those rounds. So I think it's a very close fight. I think Brendan Allen could, as you mentioned, could surprise some people and win this fight. I agree, and I think a few people have said as well, this would be the most typical Brendan Allen fight for him to just come in and win this fight. But I'm going to go with Muniz just because he is so good at that top pressure, and Brendan Allen will try to play that jiu-jitsu game a little bit. But I think Brendan Allen's going to look good in this fight on the feet, and it's going to force the shots out, but I just think that Andre's going to get those shots, get the top pressure, control him, and win a decision in that factor. But I think Brendan Allen's a lot more live than some people are saying. But a lot of people are saying Brendan Allen's going to win the fight too, so it's a weird fight.
Brendan Allen's he's definitely a trendy, at least from what I see in the comments and stuff like that, a trendy pick.
It seems like one of those fights where it's like people are like, oh, Muniz is going to smoke him, or oh no, Brendan Allen's going to dominate, one of those. So
we were getting Muniz is going to smoke him stuff in the Discord like 2 weeks ago. So like now, I'll be rooting for Brendan Allen. I guarantee when this fight starts, I'm just going to find myself hoping Brendan Allen wins. And I don't know why. Andre Muniz is a savage.
You hate Brendan Allen.
I know. That's why I don't know why all of a sudden I'm just rooting for.
I mean, Brendan Allen would be the more, I think, would be the more fun guy to kind of work up through this division. He's a fun guy to watch. I mean, he gets involved in the striking, gets in firefights, and on the ground, he's very, very dangerous against anyone not Andre Muniz.
Yeah. No, it'll be. This is a fantastic co-main event for a fight night. A fantastic co-main event.
It's a very good one. Very, very good.
Great matchmaking. This should be a ton of fight. There's actual title implications here. Mm-hmm. Like if Andre Muniz wins, he's kind of in that conversation. If Brendan Allen wins, needs another fight maybe, but that's a 4-fight win streak over a very, very good guy. So there's a lot going on here. Are you going to spend the $9,100 in DraftKings? At a certain point, we can't just keep saying no to everybody. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to put somebody in there, but Brendan Allen is just too dangerous. I think he's got the striking advantage, and I think he can stay safe enough on the ground to where Muniz isn't going to be able to he might have the control time and stuff. But Muniz is one of those guys. Once he gets you down, he holds you down. So there's not going to be a lot of takedowns. If he gets a takedown, he's probably going to stay on top. So it's not like he's going to rattle off 6, 7, 8 takedowns. I wouldn't think, but it's a tough one. DraftKings is going to be interesting this week. Yeah,
for sure. I'm not going to spend the $9,100 on Muniz, I don't think. Especially when you can get, Joe Selecki at that ridiculous price point. Tatiana Suarez potentially worth her ridiculous price point. Where Andre Muniz, he scores like 0 points whatsoever in the striking because he's so low volume. He may get a takedown, some control time, but probably not a finish.
Did this really open as a pick'em? That's crazy.
It did, yeah. It did. And then the line shot off. So I think Brendan Allen at $7,100 is definitely the better DraftKings value for both cash and tournament play. We do have a $4.99 super chat from Choke on Funny. Angelo, have you gotten involved in the UFC DraftKings Rainmakers? Are you familiar with what that is? Real opportunity there if you know your stuff. I have not done it. That's the NFT. You build lineups with NFT or something to that effect. I have not gotten involved in that. Not a big NFT guy, but definitely appreciate the super chat. And maybe I'll have to give it a quick look. Because when DraftKings on weeks like this and last week is tougher because it's people who do it consistently, right? It's the normal people in there every week trying to win, trying to make money. If you do DraftKings next week at UFC 285, my go-to move is 50-50s and double ups for the big tournaments. For the big pay-per-views. Because there's a lot of regular people that just show up once a month for the pay-per-views. And you get some opportunities there. If you need some tools to help you build a winning lineup, WeOwnPicks.com. Become a member. It's only $10. You get the Optimizer. The Optimizer will literally build lineups for you. It'll build 1, 2, 150. You click a couple of buttons, bang. Here's your lineup.